I think everybody will agree to this. HBTU has been a very reputed and
Very few engineering colleges were there. There were some 4 to 5 engineering.
And when I joined here, all teachers.
कि एक वो जो कविता है जब चीटी दाना लेकर चलती है
glass manufacturing industry. So I went over there.
और उसमें एसी लगाओ तो गर्मी नहीं लगती है, बस यही मेरा ड्रीम है।
It's simple ones.
Once you start teaching, initially my initial days it was very difficult.
लाइफ में कभी आगे दिक्कत ना आए। आप अगर
Hello everyone, welcome to this new episode of Off the Records, presented to you by Humans of HBTU. Today we are honored that we have among us respected Dr. Vinay Pratap Singh Sir, who is currently Associate Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department and also serving as the Deputy Controller of Examination. Sir is also Officer in charge of the workshop and Convenor of Technical Sub Council of our university. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, if you could please tell us about the drive or the motivation behind opting teaching as a profession.
Actually, the major motive was actually my father was also a professor. So I have seen him all these years, how he has done, how the students used to like him. And one good thing about this teaching profession is once you start teaching, in my initial days, it was very difficult when I completed my MTech and then I started teaching. It was very difficult for me to handle a class of around 80 students and all that. Because whatever questions they were asking to me, I was able to reply back. But the way of teaching, actually they didn't like it.
Yes.
I can feel through their eyes. So this is one type of profession where you can directly, you can interact with the student. You can see whether people are liking your way of teaching or not. So once that has been pitched against me, when I have realized I'm not able to teach well, then I try to prove myself. And then the moment came, students start liking me, and then so much of appreciation came to me. I finally carried on in this.
Sir, any memorable experience आप share करना चाहें अपने graduation और post graduation days का?
Graduation is something that is your lifetime always experience. You see so many, a lot of people. Even in your post graduation, I used to have my academics is not that good. It's all average. I always say, all the average is not very high-fi. But one of my faculty, I don't want to take the name. He used to always he despised me. He used to say you are not very good at. So that was very pinching point for me. So that was the few points. Then I started to be more serious in the subjects, and then that was my turning point. You can say that. I want to take the names. That is not good. But that was my turning point.
Sir, while being the convener for Technical Sub Council, the first Tech Fest of our university, Technica, took place under your leadership. Sir, what were the challenges you faced or the team faced, and how far do you think that this Tech Fest can bring the technical revolution in our being a technical university?
I'll tell you to begin with, when we started this, that was way back in around when NB Singh Sir was Vice Chancellor. It was only the students who wanted to be a part of this. Actually, used to have only cultural fest, and we don't have any separate technical event. So they only said, sir, this is a technical university and we need to have a council which should be totally concerned with this technical events. So at that time, I started saying, okay, we'll be thinking over it. Then we used to organize small events. But definitely council, different separate councils should be needed for that. So that we prepared a program over that, and then we contacted our Honorable Vice Chancellor. Then he initially, he gave us permission and we were given. Initially, we were not being given any fund. So again, I have to come down to everything, and then again I have requested, and again our request was taken care, and now we have a separate fund and we are treated as a proper council. Then other thing, what?
Sir, this Technica, how can it bring a technical revolution in our university?
Actually, technical events is basically, I feel most of the students, or rather almost all the students are very much interested into. Be it a robotics, be it any aerodrome or any that is helicopters or what is
Auto-rob.
Auto-rob. So I see most of the students are very much interested in these type of events, and they have so much of creativity, creating anything, treasure hunt through this solving of codes. I see a lot of potential in my students, and they are actually into it and they want this type of events. besides culture events, that is okay, but they are very much interested, and I can think even if we are given more opportunities, students can do very well in this, and they can always, like we have this new concept given by the government to develop certain small innovative projects, and they can always do it. So if we can provide some finance to these students, so they can always excel in this.
Really, sir, the fest was really successful considering the fact that it was conducted for the first time.
Even student participation was good, but I also want that students should be very sensible in the sense that after match should not, what happened, I want that they should be realizing that whatever they are doing during this fest, that gives a image outside the campus also.
Yes. Sir, moving on, you have currently worked experience of teaching in HBTU of around 20 years now. Sir, if you would like to mention your favorite batch or favorite students till now.
No. This is a very, very difficult question for me, because for me, every student is equal and all are very good to me, and they are very, this is very difficult question for me. I don't find any student who can I despise. Everybody, I feel they are very good, they have potential. One person is very good in one thing, another person is good in another thing. Even if you remember physics wala, Alag sir. He was also one of my students. I know that he was very good in this activities, like he used to play dramatics, and one of his batchmates actually made a mimic of me on the stage. So I used to wanted to talk to him why he is not actually coming to the class and all that, but he was into different thing, and look, he has success. So you cannot compare one elephant with the anything else. So comparison should be on level field. What every student is good in, whatever field they are thinking of. So for me, everybody is
equal. Sir, while serving as Deputy Controller of Examination, any incident that came up which was very difficult to tackle?
As well as I don't think any incident has come which is very difficult to tackle, because what I feel that I work with pure impurity, and I want to work with more sincerity. And whenever I think if I am अगर मैं ईमानदार हूँ, तो I feel कि nothing is going to stop me, and I don't find any. But only thing one happened, that the student, they didn't appear for the exam. Then that was very difficult time for me, because I wanted that students should have appeared, but they have not appeared for the exam. Something that at that time COVID was a situation, and during COVID time also we learned so many things working on online examination. That was a very difficult point.
Transformation.
At that time because we had hired an outside agency, so something has happened, but I didn't like that time, because I feel that examination is one thing which is a basically reflection of the education system of your institute. So for that I become very strict, and I want that student should reproduce whatever they have learned. They should not go for any unfair means and all that. So in that sense I can be more strict, and people might be thinking sir is more stricter than me. You're a very strict person.
Sir, how important do you feel in the present world to have the practical knowledge of operating instruments and their industrial handling, rather than simple theoretical knowledge of them?
It's very important. It's very important, because I think there are only 10% of the student, when we give them theoretical knowledge, they are able to actually get what we are trying to convey. And I also feel that I am also a normal person. I'm not very intelligent, but I feel that if you have a practical aspect, practical models or something like that, if that is being added to the teaching, that actually makes the student to feel, because once you visualize a thing, that knowledge always remains to the last. So I always want that practical aspect should be added more and more.
Sir, in the similar context, where are we heading if mechanical engineering is considered?
As far as I know, mechanical engineering is one of the best branches of HBTU, I tell you, because almost all faculty members of the department are very good, they are very qualified, and the sincere most branch I can say of the HBTU. Anybody can compare about that, and HBTU should be, I can say we are very proud to have such type of faculty in mechanical department, and mechanical department is definitely going to excel. And we basically, I feel we have a name in around like in UP, or you can say even the state. People do remember that we are from mechanical branch. And most of the students, when they come and they give us the feedback, because most of our syllabus is related to GATE or whatever competitive exams they are preparing for, so they are very happy to have to be a part of this mechanical.
Sir, not many of us would be knowing about your family. So if you could please share about them.
My family is very small. I have 2 kids. Both are studying in school. My wife is also working. She's also PhD. And recently during COVID, I lost my father. So that was also one of the turning point, and that was really given a shock because I was very near to my father. And my brother is also a scientist. Even my sister is also a scientist.
Sir, this is a question which our friends asked us to ask from you. There's a common feeling, sir, among our batchmates, seniors, and even we got input from our alumni that you portray a very disciplined and strict personality. Are you aware of this fact, sir, and your views on this?
I just only want that students should realize, because I was a hostel warden for around 10 years, so I had to face so many of the student problems, and I don't want to quote, there were so many beyond the college things were happening at that time. If you remember Vyapam, I don't want to quote that.
Scam.
So there were so many students who were involved in that. If you remember, our students were caught in that. So at that time, I remember I have saved so many students' lives to fall into the trap of that thing. So at that time, I realized that I have to be coming out of my shell, and then I have to portray something. If you are disciplined, if you want your student to be disciplined, then you have to show something. If you are not, you have to be a leader. You have to show how a disciplined person should be. If I want my student to be, they should be following the stick, because because most of the students are not from very well-to-do family. They have been sent by their parents. They are not very rich. So I want that students should realize, if they are enjoying, if they are breaking some small rules, it's very good. But they should be realizing, they have come for some professional degree, so they should get maximum benefit out of this. That is one of the reasons where I do portray that I am very strict, and I'm trying to be as honest as anything for my work. And I know whenever a student is in need, I always there to help them. That is always there. But if student really needs my help, I can not be that strict. I'm always helpful, but I'm the type of strict sort of. I do portray like that.
Sir, in the above context, putting forward your views on the fact that there needs to be a balance maintained in the teacher-student relationship, where student can feel a safe space to ask his doubts, as well as also maintain the dignity of this relation.
Definitely. If you have, if you take the feedback from the student, whenever I am teaching a class or whatever, at that time I try to be as friendly as possible, and I do like that. I am friendly, but I am not your friend. That type of line I always want to draw, because one should realize, one should always try to respect the seniors, teachers, whatever. So that type of thing, when you start doing it, that will always be percolated, that will always be given to your kids or whatever offspring you are coming back. So that is very important. So that is what, with that notion only, I actually do these things.
Sir, what changes do you observe, both positive and negative, if you want to quote, that this institution has witnessed when this was HBTI back in 2003, when you joined this institution, compared to HBTU of present day?
Difference, I can see the number of seats have increased. Now this time, due to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, a lot of faculty has come, there is a lot of promotion. So that is one of the major positive change which has happened. And the rest, the working culture has not changed much. Even the laboratories have not been, I don't think there is much of the change. And the major stake lying with the administration, the working of the administration, and beside all, Honorable Vice Chancellor is very good, but all other offices like account offices or any other office, the working is almost same, and there is no change at all. I want a tremendous change should be there.
There should have been an upgradation.
Upgradation, rather, it should be like online sort of system, not to be running through the same file system. So there should be accountability. If we are sending something, there should be an accountability. So that fixing of accountability is still not, that is missing. So you should held everybody accountable. Why you are not doing this? Why you are taking so much of time? So that is still missing in this.
Sir, moving forward, in this 20 years of your HBTI and to HBTU journey, any incident you would like to quote that was very difficult to tackle, or anything you would like to mention?
Difficult to tackle. Something has happened. Students have actually set fire. If you remember earlier in your days, when I was very new, it was 1 or 2 or 3 years I have just joined this institute. And then something has happened, some ruckus has happened. Some students were put vehicles on the fire. So that time I was new, so it was very difficult for me to handle. Then I stood slowly and gradually I realized something what has actually caused the student to be agitated. So then I said that is a part, like that is obvious student can get agitated, knowing about the reason behind it. So that was the point. I thought it is very difficult where I've come. But after that, I don't think anything much has happened.
So your happy memories of this institution?
Happy memories is like I joined this institute. I'm now working for so many years. So I have my family. So these are all happy memories, and I have very good students. They used to come from US to meet me. So the moment they come to me and they say, "Sir, this is it," so I feel very good, and I feel like anything. I feel on cloud nine.
Sir, out of all the things, if you would like to pick any one thing of HBTU which you like the most, what would it be?
HBTU, it's very difficult to say because there are few things which are very good, but people are good over here and they have a friendly relation. That is always good, but it's very difficult. Students are good and students respect teachers, and I don't find any student which has crossed any board, but I find every student very good. That is very good.
Moving on, sir, we have an exciting rapid fire round where we ask you short questions and we expect quick and crisp answers.
Okay.
Sir, who has been your inspiration and why?
My father, because throughout my earlier days, he used to teach me a lot, and then I've seen him how he has actually struggled throughout his life, so that is always my inspiration.
So your hobbies?
My hobbies, actually I used to play cricket, a lot of cricket. So that would have been my earlier hobbies, but nowadays...
any advice you would like to give to your younger self?
Young Vinay is like, there are few mistakes I have done. I got opportunities outside this, out states. So in Uttarakhand also, at that time I didn't join there because I don't want to move out of this state. So I should have joined that, so that would have been, that is what I can say.
Sir, any dream car you always wish to buy or own it?
Dream car, not a dream car, but dream bike. Like I used to think a lot about buying a Bullet, so but my father used to say, if you are a faculty, you should not be buying this. So
it must suit your personality.
It suits my personality. I felt that, but my father said no, it doesn't suit your personality. You should be very calm, but I didn't to be a calm.
Sir, your favorite vacation destination? You like traveling?
I like traveling. I like to go to mountains most of the time because I have went to Pachmadi and I like a very quiet place, not crowded. So Pachmadi is one. Mount Abu is good.
Yes. Your favorite actor and actress?
Favorite actor, I can say favorite actor. It's so difficult to say because there are so many actors who come up, prop up. They act good. So one is Sean Connery is good, and I used to like Amitabh Bachchan. I used to like.
Sir, who are your best friends in college?
Actually, it's very difficult how you pronounce best friends. People are good. People are good who can talk to you. Most of my colleagues are very good. I talk to them, and even you can say Praveen is very good, close to me. Praveen of Oil Technology.
Yes,
He's a very good friend of mine. Even Vandana is also a very good friend of mine, and in the department, Bhaskar ji, Sanjeev, Anand sir. So I have a very good relationship.
Sir, is there anything that scares you?
That scares me. It's very difficult. Scare is always when I am in the class, I am not able to tell a student. I am not able to satisfy a student's query. That is very terrifying for me. It's always there.
Sir, besides mechanical engineering, any other branch you would have loved to study or teach?
Well, in the present scenario, I feel that computer science I should have taken. Well, computer science is something people are running for it.
Yes.
I feel while dream comes to me, computer science should have been my class. But I don't think there is much into it. But still, because computer, I feel if you talk about computer science, I feel it is only logic based. Well, programming, learning syntax, that is a separate thing. If you talk about the creation of any program, that means you're talking about a logic.
Yes.
So normally any engineer, any sensible engineers have that logic. Learning of programming, learning of time, that is all easy.
Sir, what do you love to do in your free time or during weekends?
During weekends, I like to go to my friends or I like to go to my family members, and that is what I always do.
Sir, any other alternate profession you would have loved to pursue?
Army.
Army.
Army, I should have gone. Well, I have tried for so many things, but psychological test was such a bigger. I have given CDL. Well, I have given n number of time. I have given for Air Force. I have given, but I think, so I got selected once. So somewhere down the line, I got selected.
The last question, sir, what does success means to you as an individual?
Success means to me that when I look back, I should not be worrying that I should have done. If I have done that, I would have been more successful today. So whatever you have done today, you should be satisfying. If you are able to sleep well, if you are not thinking, if you are not worrying, I think you are successful.
So that brings us to the end of rapid fire round.
Thank you.
Sir, at the end, any message you would like to share with the students of HBTU or any special message to our alumni?
Alumni, I like to say that our students are very good. Please do come, give them job, because we have a very trying time nowadays due to after COVID. So if alumni can give funds also, so we can be building more labs, more practical aspect can be taught to these students. They can be made ready, and the in thing should be brought into the campus. And I request all the alumni to please, when you come for this alumni meet, then try to give some amount if whatever is possible for them. So although they are very helping, I do say, but and to my students that I am strict. Only I want that my students to be more perfect. They should be able to be successful in their life. That is why I am strict. Otherwise, I try to help all those, whatever. My way of saying is different. They might think this is very strict. That is the rule. But I always try to be more loud so that all the is tarah ke sab chhat jaye. The genuine person should be standing in front of me. That is what I want. There are so many cases I've seen. Unnecessarily they come or they have other motives. So I want only genuine. Anybody who is genuine, I am there for him anytime. So that is all.
Thank you so much, sir, for a valuable time. We all have very high regard for you.
Thank you. ऐसा नहीं है, तुम सब बढ़िया है.